So hi guys, it's Sunday and it's plant maintenance day for me. So it's the time when I dedicated to just like tweaking on plants. Like if there's a dying plant, I'll try to find a way to revive it, like maybe repot it or find a new place for it, or just like kill it. If it's, or most of the time I repot them, just need repotting, but I'm feeling lazy today, so I'm just gonna vlog about my boyfriend plants, like um um the plants that I got or acquire. I don't know what's the better term for that, or they own me, because I feel so kilig the first time I saw them. It's like, oh my god, these plants are really making me horny, or I'm getting this because it's gonna improve my sex life or something like that. So anyway, I came across one time a post on a Facebook group. I think it was a succulent related Facebook group, and then the author or the poster shared a photo of a rack of succulents. So that, according to him, is owned by a friend, and then the friend asked him to pick 3 plants that he wants from the group of plants, from the rack of plants, because the friend is gonna give it to him, would be giving it to him. And so he asked on the Facebook post which among the plants are like the priciest or the expensive ones, because that's the plant gonna ask from his friend. So the people were like commenting like, "I'll pick this plant because this is like expensive, blah blah blah," and I cannot help but comment, because I mean, it's like, it's kind of like the saddest way to pick a plant, like based on the price, or based if it's like rare or expensive or whatever. So anyway, I cannot help but comment that you pick the plant that at first glance it makes your heartbeat go crazy. Like it makes you like, oh my god, it's, you know what, it's like, it will make you happy. I mean, just by looking at it, it will make you happy. I commented it, and somehow he replied that yeah, it's a good idea. And then he shared like the plants that he decided on based on his feelings. And it's so funny because he actually picked like the, I don't know how you say this, like not the pricey ones, succulents that you can easily find maybe. So anyway, and I was like, oh my god, I think I gave the wrong advice, but then it makes him happy because yeah, he's choosing those plants because they really make him happy just by looking at it. So I think anyway, it's a good decision, even if it's like, oh my god, those are like very affordable plants. So anyway, I'm gonna share to you my 5 boyfriend plants. These are plants that I got because I got so kilig. The first time I saw them, I was just really kilig. I just gonna have them, and it's making me horny, and I feel like, oh my god, it's gonna make my sex life better. So here are my 5 boyfriend plants. They're not necessarily my favorite plants, or like, how do you call it, the top wish plants, but they are plants that when I saw them, I was just like, oh my god, I gotta have them. So here they are. So this is my, oh my god, it's flowering. It flowers. Oh no, this is my, I'm like saying this in chronological order, so it's not like I'm ranking them or something, but this is my first boyfriend plant. Oh my god, it's really flowering. Oh my god. So anyway, I removed my ponytail. So when I decided to be a plant person, a plantita, the first place I go to was my husband's uncle's place or garden. My husband's uncle used to sell orchids, so he has plants. It's not like, you know how, I mean, he has plants. So when I go there, he has the usual, like the old school kind of plants, you know, the euphorbia, the boombill, the the aglaonema, the old school philodendrons, like the rosette types and the rosette types of anthuriums, the, what do you call that, the wave of love kind of anthuriums. But this was the plant that caught my attention. Like, it was just in the corner, and it has this dark green shiny leaf, and it was shaded, so it was, how do you call that, glowing, because it's shaded, so it was darker green. So I was just like, so I was like super killing, like, oh my god, I gotta have that plant. So this is a, sorry, it's bigger now. So according to my husband's uncle, it's a kawayan. I don't know if he's really sure, but he said he does not know what really is the specific name of this, but it's a kawayan. So yeah, it's a kawayan. It's just not in its most beautiful state. Sorry, there. It's not in its most beautiful state because there was supposed to be 2 trees there that were cut. Gipotol siya because it's getting so huge. I think the neighbor said it's the neighbor's trees. My god, so the neighbor said so the trees were like getting so huge. I think ang roots daw ni adto na sa ilang balay, so they have to somehow kill the trees. So sad, but yeah. Priorities. So I think medyo nag-brown siya because I adjusting. I don't know if I need to move it to a shadier place, but I think it's thriving naman, so I'll just give it few more months, no, few more days, basin mo adjust na siya sa direct sunlight, because I think it was getting spoiled with the katong napay shade there. So this is, yeah, my very first boyfriend plant. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh, we're having flower. So my number 2 boyfriend plant, it's like my second boyfriend plant chronologically, is, if you know me, oh, feeling sikat, is none other than Diefenbachia or Damkane. So there, presenting my so emo, like, it's lying there. It's so chill. It looks like it has no juice for life right now. Oh, we're actually having babies. So we got a new baby there. So how we met was, I got this from a suki plant seller near Mercado Public Market, and at that time I was looking for a Christmas tree. Like, I was looking for a plant that will be like our Christmas tree, and this just like, when I saw it, it's just like, oh my god, definitely that's our Christmas tree. It's boring. Honestly, I don't know why, but I was just drawn to it. So it's really now getting huge. I think among the Diefenbachias, this is like the fast growing. We actually have a lot of babies already, like not more than 10, but I think probably like 6, which we gave away to friends. But I keep 1 for insurance, as they said. Murashag nagluya, but it's just fine. The thing is, it's just getting old and it's getting big and huge, and I think nabugatan na siya. It's getting heavy. It's too heavy for it to like support like standing straight. But I think naturally, like if you see them in wild, Damkanes tend to like really kind of bend sila, and then once their trunk will touch the ground, it will grow roots, and then murag magpop dayon, magpop ang mga new plants when they kato ilang trunk, murag mahimo siyang kuan roots. So that's how it's supposed to be in the wild. So I'm planning to chop this into pieces, but I'm taking my time kay I'm in a dilemma. Like, if I cut this, probably I'll cut this into 3 or 4 parts, And then if I replant them, the 3, 4 then I'll have 4 new dumb canes from my one boyfriend. So malibog na ko. I'm gonna be confused if who among the 4 is like my original boyfriend plant. I can't have 4 the same boyfriend plant. Ano siyang, ano lang sana siya. So my third boyfriend plant is this plant. So how we met is, it was a bazaar in SM Cebu City. My first time to join like a plant bazaar. So I was really excited. I went around, but among the plants, this was like really caught my attention. It was like, oh my god, I really gotta have that plant. It's just sitting. I mean, it was like hidden from. It was not on the front display. It was at the back of the display, and it looks lonely and boring because it's just so green. And I love it when plants split their leaves like this one, a Schefflera type, the 5 fingers or the umbrella plant. I love those type of plants, and I love it when they're solid green. So anyway, the name of this plant is, when I got this, I actually don't know what plant is this. All I know is I feel like probably it's a family of the Schefflera or any of those sort of plants. But then later on I learned that it's actually Anthurium, because I mean the Anthurium I know is the usual wave of love. I never thought that there's also this type of Anthurium, so it is Anthurium. It starts with letter P. Anthurium 5 fingers. Among my boyfriend plants, this is probably like I'm quite, I don't know, attached or like emotionally invested, because I've been through, I mean this has been through with me, like, so this plant has been through with me with a lot of snail attacks and grasshopper. So there was a time like snails and grasshopper and feasting on it. So to see that it's corking now, but this was like snail bites. Can you see, like it's almost, it all hapit siya nahurot because snails eat this part. And then after the snails, it went through a, how do you call this, grasshopper infestation. But finally, I think buyag, we're now back to happy plant. It's now like producing aerial roots, because for a time it stops. And then we also have flower, or they call it spotty something. So I'm able to propagate from this plant. So I guess if wala siya na ako nag-propagate, it's probably as tall as me. So my fourth boyfriend plant is a legit 5 fingers. So this is really a Schefflera. So how we met, I almost was not able to have this plant because it was again from that bazaar. Like probably I went back to the bazaar like after a few days, and this was on display, and I was like, same thing, oh my god, I gotta have this plant. As I mean, I always love like solid dark green, you know, this splitting kind of leaves, like, because I believe in lucky plants. Like if the leaf splits into, like, I think the perfect number is actually 5, because it represents the 5 elements, like the earth, water, fire, wind. Oh, I don't know what's the 5th one. You know, it's the yin yang kind of thing, so it balances the energy. If they said if the leaf is like into splitting. Yeah, so how we met was that I really want to get this. Sales staff said it was already reserved, so na-reserve na siya, so I cannot have it. So what happened was that I have to contact her like for a few days, checking if gikuha na ba. But so finally, like maybe after 3 days, she said na the person who reserved it let it. So meant to be. I got it. So I think we're meant to be. It's not so pretty right now. It's supposed to be so glossy and large, but huge. But the thing is, it's too huge for its pot. So I need to either transfer it to the soil or repot it to a bigger pot. But but I'm planning to market it. I'm just being lazy. I'm always like delaying it. My fifth boyfriend plant, but it's actually already my ex-boyfriend plant because I decided to break up with him because I feel like it's getting too huge to handle it, and I'm kind of scared of it. So this is my fifth boyfriend plant. So my dragon tail, because it's getting huge and ugly, though I mean ugly, I more of like an endearment, but can you see like the trunk is really getting huge and it's getting ugly, and so I'm scared. Scary na siya tanawon, and I don't know how to manage it. So that's why I kind of like broke up with him, and so he can move on in what to do with his life. And also the other reason why I broke up with him is because it has a side chick. So there, I think this is the mysticum or green emerald. So it has a side chick, and they're really look like so clingy with each other, and so it looks looking like its main chick. So pinaubaya ko na lang si dragon tail kay green emerald, but we're good friends. I mean, we're good friends. Like I'm happy for them. I'm really wishing the two the best of everything. So there's my 4 boyfriend plans and 1 ex-boyfriend plan. I'm sticking to 5 boyfriend plans because I can only handle being loyal to 4 plans. So there, bye.